Hello everybody, my name is Sylvia Walukiewicz. For several years I have been working as a life and personality coach, as a psychologist and as a sensitive and mediumistic consultant. I also give workshops and seminars on various topics of spiritual development. A frequent topic with which many people come to me is that some of them don't reach their goal, even though they are trying so hard. Others ask me why they are not able to deeply relax nor to truly enjoy their lives, despite the fact that they can manage their lives very well. Why is that? What is the reason that so many people don't reach their goals, although they are putting in a lot of effort? Why are so many people unable to deeply relax, even though everything seems to be fine in their lives? A crucial reason for this is the predominant belief of the Western culture that we have to work hard for everything. If we want to reach a goal, we have to do something for it, otherwise we don't deserve it. The performance is most of the time in the foreground, and consciously or unconsciously, we measure our self-worth according to it, although it has nothing to do with it. This is the reality for many people living in the Western culture. Only few people consider the fact that there is another possible reality. What's more, we are taught how to perform and how to reach our goals. However, the other part is not taught to us, namely, how to relax and enjoy life. In short moments, for example, when we are in holidays or on the weekend, many of us are able to relax for a while. Nevertheless, it is difficult for most people to stay in this peaceful state. Many even report that they become nervous or twitchy when they do absolutely nothing for a while. What is even more difficult for most people is to deeply relax when something is not developing in the direction they have planned, or when they are pursuing a goal. In such a situation, usually many thoughts are circulating around the subject which doesn't correspond to their fixed intentions, or are circling around the goal they want to achieve. In other words, we have mostly learned to live the active part in our lives, to direct our focus onto that, and most of us believe that all of our goals can be achieved through that. In this way, however, the passive part is missing. This part is just as important for the achievement of our goals and especially for our well-being. If we take a look on our nervous system, it consists of the active part, the sympathetic nervous system, and the passive part, the parasympathetic nervous system. Looking at it from a physiological point of view, it can be observed that both parts are necessary for a balanced system. Now, if we keep on living only the active part and neglect the passive part, firstly, we are out of our natural equilibrium and we have a lack of inner and outer balance. Secondly, as we neglect the passive part, which is just as important as the active one, we can experience a lack of inner peace and satisfaction. But according to our indoctrinated belief system, this part is less favorable to reach our goals. At first sight, it might seem to be true. However, from an energetic and spiritual point of view, it doesn't represent the truth at all. Now, if we take a closer look at the energetic and spiritual point of view, there are some hidden messages behind the pattern of being permanently active. On the one hand, it can indicate a lack of confidence, because you feel that you have to actively influence or even control things, because you don't trust that it could work well without this extreme activity. It may also indicate that one's own value is defined by the provided performance, so one would feel less valued if one performed less. Another aspect that can be considered is that we do not feel connected to the bigger picture, because we feel we have to do everything on our own and do not believe, don't feel worth it, or we do not trust the fact that we are protected and that we are taken care of. One does not, so to speak, believe that destiny, God, the universe, or any other higher powers could solve or bring about certain solutions to one's troubles, and therefore sticks to one's own idea and remains active rather than letting go of it. The moment we let go and trust that we are taken care of and that the best possible thing can happen, the divine can create the best solution for all instances involved. This solution does not necessarily have to agree with our idea, because as a human being we can never take into account all possible variables from our human perspective. It's not about just being passive. It's about getting into a river, getting in touch with it, and feeling when it's the right moment to actively contribute to something, and when it's time to let go and let it flow. This requires a lot of awareness and practice, but if you do it wholeheartedly, you will quickly realize the positive results that come out of the blue. In the following, I'll give you some concrete examples of how you can easily let go in different situations, how it can feel, and what could be the results. I wish you a lot of ease and wonderful solutions when letting go. First of all, it's important to know what the terms letting go and holding on mean. If we are holding on to something, for example, to a fixed idea how an external situation should be, how we should be, or how any other person should be, then we close ourselves for anything else, which usually could also happen or be in a given moment. In the moment we are holding on to a particular idea, without giving any space to other possibilities, we create the resonance through which we will attract only this possibility and reject anything else, because we can't perceive it from an energetic point of view. The main problem about this fixation is that we make our well-being dependent on the outer situation, and so we are broadcasting the energetic state of scarcity instead of abundance. Moreover, when we keep on being fixed on exactly this one outcome, or in other words, how something or someone should be, we communicate the universe that we need to do it by ourselves and don't allow other people or other higher powers to support us on our path of life. In other words, we don't allow things to happen by themselves. Energetically, this means that we are not connected to ourselves nor to the so-called divine, and therefore it becomes really difficult to reach our goals and we lose a lot of energy. In order to outline it more profoundly, I will explain it on the base of some examples. Imagine that you have just lost your job and now you are looking for another one. As you quite liked your previous activities at work, you absolutely want to find a job with similar ones. Day by day, you read the job advertisements, but nothing suits into what you want, even though there are many great potential jobs. What happens in that moment? You are broadcasting the energies of a lack of trust that there might be much better things than you have experienced so far. Moreover, as you fix to your idea, you overlook other great opportunities. And, what's more, you create the energetic state of being emotionally dependent on the outer world, which, from a spiritual perspective, is not true. Another classic example can be found in relationships. Some people have a fixed idea of how things should be. For example, how much time the partners should spend with each other, how communication should be, and how one wants that the other person expresses their love towards oneself. Basically, there is nothing wrong about constantly working on a relationship in order to reach a higher level and to feel emotionally closer to each other. However, the problem lies in the fixed idea that it has to be exactly this or that way. And when it's not, then to hold on to that and create negative beliefs about oneself, the partner, or even the relationship itself. For example, you had a dispute with your partner. You got angry because you didn't feel understood. Your partner got angry because you didn't really listen to him, and so on. In this moment, you have the choice. Either you can stay angry, be upset with your partner, and reproach them for some weeks that they didn't understand what you meant. In this case, you would hold on to that situation and make it happen more often, because on an energetic level, you don't trust that it can be any different. Otherwise, you could take care of yourself, calm down, and forgive yourself and your partner. And, as a next step, try to reconnect on a heart level. In this moment, you are letting go and trust that more positive situations can be created in the future. Another situation where many of us are probably holding on to something is when we want to support or change our loved ones in a positive way. Imagine that your partner is not really taking care of themselves, that they are smoking, not doing enough sports, or eating unhealthy food. In such a situation, most of us would probably start to regularly talk to them that they should stop their smoking behavior, that they should do more sports and eat healthier. There's nothing wrong about supporting our loved ones. However, in the moment we push them too much and hold on to our fixed idea that they should change, we create exactly the opposite of what we want, because energetically we put more load into this unwanted situation. Moreover, on an energetic level, we are taking responsibility for them, and so they can't connect to their power nor start to take responsibility for themselves. If we manage to find a balance between supporting them as much as it is truly necessary and letting go and giving them the needed space to create change, then the change can happen much faster and with less effort. In short, letting go means connecting to oneself and to the divine, giving our wishes space to grow and taking responsibility for oneself while not taking it from others. What's more, It is about trust that everything will fall into place and that we don't have to do everything on our own because we are being taken care of. Letting go is a perfect balance between being active and passive. We can create an inner state of being satisfied and of abundance, independently of how our outer life circumstances are. In the moment we are in that state, we communicate the universe that we have everything we need, and therefore, according to the law of resonance, we will attract it in the outer world. This is the so-called passive state, which is absolutely necessary for our well-being. On the other hand, we can trust that we will feel when it's time to become active and contribute to the achievement of our goals. I have tried it out for the last couple of months, and it really worked, sometimes even within seconds. Finally, it's vitally important to know that everything you need is within you, and you just need to focus on that to perceive the abundance. An affirmation which can help you in moments where you struggle to let go of something is: everything I need is within me. I let go of everything else. Everything I need is within me. I let go of everything else. This sentence can create a state of inner peace, satisfaction, and make you perceive your inner abundance. Enjoy it.